You own nothing, you lose nothing. If you buy land or buy a house, you have only paid rent for the remaining years you have on earth. None of them belong to you. If you buy a car, you have only paid for your transport for the period the car will last, or for the period you will last. It doesn't belong to you. If you marry a spouse, you have only got company until circumstances or death do you part. No one owns the other. If you have children, you have only fulfilled the demand of continuity of life until death comes. You don't own them. That's why the state still dictates how you bring them up. If you have money, you have only amassed value to purchase what you want for your remaining number of years on earth. The notes belong to the central bank. If you work and retire, your pension is only for life. After your life, it stops. Even if you eat and get filled, the food in your belly isn't yours. You must defecate it back to earth. The body itself, which you cherish so highly, doesn't belong to you. The earth will certainly reclaim its bits when the loan is due. Even the life we live is borrowed, and surely will be returned. So let us not be afraid of losing anything in this life, because we do not own anything here.
Yo, what up everyone? Good morning. It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. A lot of times people misinterpret messages like this to be motivational messages. Not everything you hear online is a motivational message. Some of them are reality messages. Motivational message or speech is such a speech or message that motivates you to doing something either positively or negatively for your life. And you should understand, no matter what you are in life, no matter what you think you own in life, you should know that you own nothing, because when you kaput, where does those things go to? I made a video yesterday advising you guys to chop your money. When you have something, use it. Do not hoard things for yourselves for the future, because you have a plan, especially if you're hoarding them for your children, for your children's children, your children's children's children. At the end of the day, those children you're hoarding those things for may not even have access to those things. So understand that whatever you own in this life, you are only taking care of those things. You do not own them, because at the end of the day, when you buy, you are not taking any of those things with you. Even your children, even your wives, that most of you think you own them, when you buy, your wife might likely remarry. Your children will move on. Most of them would even have stepfathers if they were still very small. So let us not have this mentality that as we're struggling in life, as we're pushing, as we're hustling, you're hustling because you want to have all of it. You cannot have all of it. Nothing will ever satisfy a man. The only satisfaction you can attain is not what you get from outside, but it's what you get from the inside. It's only what is in the inside can actually satisfy you, not from what you get outside. Yes, this message also is a message that might discourage people from working hard, because some people might be thinking, if whatever I'm hustling for, if at the end of the day is not mine, why then should I hustle? Why then should I work hard? Do not think that way. You are hustling now so that you can survive. You are hustling now so you can have what to eat the next day, not so that you can have what to eat in 2 years. That's the difference. So that while you're hustling, have that in mind, that whatever you're hustling for, you might not be there to even enjoy any of them, but you want to enjoy them today. That's why you're hustling today. You're hustling now in order to succeed. For what? For your own happiness, not to please anyone, not to be in competition with anyone. I know that the rich people, or those who have amassed wealth for themselves, might be angry with us, the poor people, who are saying these things. First of all, if you're a rich man, if you're wealthy, and you're angry of what the poor man thinks about you, you are definitely poor, no matter how much you have in your bank account. You shouldn't be angry for a poor man thinking what you do for a living, or being angry about your source of income or your source of wealth. You shouldn't mind those thinking. You shouldn't mind the average man thinking what you did to make you reach your level. You should only care about what people in your class think about you, because that's where the real competition is. You're not competing with a poor man. This is just a cautionary message, a realistic message, that whatever you're hustling today, understand that you do not own anything. Everybody's like they're in competition with each other. If you own 2 houses, why do you need the second house? If you own mansions here and there, why do you need them? Because at the end of the day, you're only going to be living in one house. So instead of using that money to build mansions, why not use that money to build houses so that people can have where to stay and rent them out? That is what remains, your legacy, not how much you own, but what you created. What will eventually become your legacy is what you should fight for, not for the material things. Yes, with money, you can create a legacy, but without money, you can also, by the things you say, by the things you put out there in the age of social media, that could be your legacy. Am I saying we shouldn't hustle? Am I saying we shouldn't fight for material wealth? We can, we should. But understand that what you should be fighting for is for today, not for your children, not for your grandchildren. Because if you're fighting and hustling and hoarding all the material wealth for your children, once your children come of age, how then will they hustle for themselves? How? It's just a question. So understand once and for all that no matter what you think you own here on earth, you are just a caretaker. So boy, the crackhead, wish you all a wonderful Thursday. Bye for now.